Everyone needs well-being, good relationship and companionship, good health, financial stability. Everyone needs true wellness.
This is another Tuesday, and you know Tuesdays for us is always a good day.
Stay hooked on the True Word Television every Tuesday
Welcome again to the True Wellness Connections.
at 5:30 p.m. Winnipeg or Central Time to join Claudine Cintije
That heartbreaking situation that you are in right now, it is just for a moment.
Elizabeth Brimoh,
Know your do's and don'ts, then know the area you want to work on.
and many more well-equipped panelists
Because I never see anybody that waited upon the Lord and God put to shame.
to be educated,
When you study, don't study only for one day in a week and think you've arrived.
equipped,
No one can ever be perfect.
Nobody.
And no one can get it right all the time. We can all mess up.
sharpened,
To be a relaxed woman is more powerful than a talkative.
and empowered towards your true wellness.
You can change yourself. You can change how you see things.
From parenting, educating, health, finances,
When you are facing one issue or the other, the whole of you is involved.
relationships,
Every human being will face situations that they were not expecting.
spiritual,
Jesus said to his disciples, in this world you will have tribulation, so be of good courage.
and day-to-day life matters.
Everything is all about life.
They cut across all topics to make sure you reach the goal of being well.
We talk about homes, education, we talk about children, we talk about marriage.
Different topics, different guests.
If we must deal with challenges and vulnerabilities, especially vulnerabilities, we have to deal with pain.
The True Wellness Connections, every Tuesday, 5:30 p.m. Winnipeg or Central Time with Claudine Cintije and Elizabeth Brimoh
We would be glad to have you with us.
on the True Word Television. Don't dare miss an episode. This program is proudly brought to you by Nefertiti 24K Gold Soap. Jabari Design Watches. And Nefertari Beauty.
Yes, hello, good evening each and everyone again. Welcome to the True Wellness Connections. And we are so happy and excited again. Today is Tuesday. As you all know, we always meet here on Tuesday with various topics to discuss about. So we just want you really to be connected, to share the link and to invite friends, because the topic today, there is a lot of things that you're going to learn, you're going to discover. So just hang on there. So I'm not alone in the studio. I'm just going to let my co-host to introduce herself and send her greetings to you before we can get you to know who is our special guest today.
Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure being here this evening. Yes, this is the True Wellness Connection, broadcasting from the True World Television station. Like Sister Claudine said, we have a very wonderful program today. So, moms, dads, and the kids, sit by the TV. We would like, if you can join us, want you to like, love, share, and also comment. Let's know what you think about what we are discussing. If you have anything to suggest, we will appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Miss Lizzie. And as I just say, our topic today is ADHD. I'm sure many of us, we know, we always hear, some of us have family members with ADHD, some of us we are questioning, will somebody really get better with ADHD? Wow, through Wellness Connection, we are always here to make sure our families, our communities are well educated. We always bring people that have really something to offer to you, that have some knowledge into the topic that you're going to share. So can you just hang on there? Let us discover the guest that we have today.
ADHD, Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, something very common in our current society that many look at as a serious problem needing serious solutions. Katrina Koop is a nurse, mom, and business owner who has learned to turn her ADHD from chaos into creativity. She's a heart-led advocate and a passionate believer in helping others find hope and purpose within their own stories. Known for her honesty, humor, and heart, Katrina brings real talk, real life experience, and real connection to every space she is in. A natural connector and team player, she believes in meeting people where they are at, blending compassion, creativity, and courage to inspire lasting change. She is hosted today by Claudine Cintije and Adhd Brimoh in the True Wellness Connections. Stay tuned to be equipped right here on the True Word Television.
Thank you so much. I hope you have seen, you have heard about how knowledgeable is the guest that we have.
Yes.
She's right here. I'm going to just ask her to send her greetings to all of you.
Hello, I'm Katrina. Hi.
Okay, do you want to shout out to any friends that you have that you may have invited that are watching you? Can you shout your greeting to them?
I love you all. Well, I love everybody always. So
That is nice.
We'll just end with that.
Katrina,
I'm shy.
Since when are you shy? Just make it real.
Give me a couple minutes, I'll warm up.
I know. I'm going there. So we are so happy and excited to have you, and I thank you so much for accepting our invitation.
Thank you.
We always like to have people like you, people who are willing to be vulnerable and to really use their life experience to teach other people in our community that they may be able to benefit from what you went through and they change their own life.
Yes.
So I just have one question to ask you from the introduction that I have heard today. So what was the turning point in your life where your chaos or stand into clarity?
Ooh, where my chaos turned into clarity.
Yes.
That's a good question.
Yes.
So I would say it all kind of came to a head. So for backstory, I'm a nurse. I have 4 children now, but at the time I had 3. It was during COVID. I was an ER nurse, and I was really struggling with my mental health. I was having, I guess what you'd say was depression, anxiety, and I didn't know how to help myself. So I went to the doctor, and they sent me up with a psychiatrist, and we did an assessment, and it turns out I had ADHD, which, I mean, if you knew me, you would understand, or you would, I'm very ADHD. I have it still. It's fun a lot of the time. So with that diagnosis, it kind of catapulted me on this whole journey of figuring out who I was and my past and the things that I wish I could have accomplished but didn't know that I had this disability, like people call it. So that was 5 years ago, like this month, actually. So when I got the official diagnosis. So, yeah.
So when they told you that, from what we also hear on the street about ADHD, but at the end of the day, you just discovered not too long ago that you had ADHD. How was your life growing up? Where have you been bullied at school? What would you want to tell us about your life growing up until the time you realize you have ADHD?
That is a very loaded question. So I got diagnosed at 35 years old, and that was 5 years ago. Growing up, I was always the kid that never sat still, that was loud, that was singing, that was dancing on desks. I was put out in the hallway a lot, and that was kind of my education. And then junior high, I was able to kind of settle down. I was still A lot, as people would say. I don't think I was too much, but I just think there wasn't the right tools to help me, and I didn't even understand myself. And then high school, you're a bit more in control, so I learned how to kind of mask, and that's a term a lot of people use who have neurodivergence, is that they mask just to kind of fit in outside of the house, so they don't get bullied, so you can be normal, right? Because everybody wants you to be quiet and listen and obey, but when you have ADHD, your brain is constantly going, and it's hard to contain that, especially as a child. As an adult, I've learned to do that, but as a kid, it's a lot harder. So I would say it's just been a long journey. When I got that diagnosis, there's a lot of clarity. I felt a lot of remorse, a lot of guilt, a lot of shame. I could have, I was a nurse. I was a teen mom. At this point, I had been divorced. And all of these things that had happened to me in my life were related to this diagnosis that I had no idea was. It wasn't really until like TikTok and Facebook came out with Reels and people started talking about it, and I was like, wait, that's not normal. I've been running this race with no legs, wondering why I can't keep up and why I can't do the things everybody else is doing around me, like what's wrong with me. So there was just a lot of ups and downs. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I just want to know what is involved in finding out, especially for parents. There are a lot of parents watching us this afternoon, and then we want to know, what does it entail or involved in finding out if their child has ADHD? What are the processes involved in finding it out? Because there are some children, the parents will be guessing, the way you're behaving, there are some symptoms, but they are not the doctor and they are not the nurse. So what do you think you can suggest for them to do? Or if a child is too hyper, does it mean the child has ADHD?
Good question. I will tell you, interestingly enough, that neurodivergence is genetic. So usually if a child has it, then one or both of the parents might also have it.
Wow.
Yeah, so it kind of makes this whole interesting. Some kids are really hyperactive. Sometimes it comes out as rage. Sometimes it comes out as like these big emotions. And it's hard, right, to see your child struggle and maybe not fit in school, or people don't understand them, or they don't listen, or they don't want to listen to you. These are all symptoms. Sometimes it's also just being a kid, but if it's repetitive and ongoing, then you can always talk to your doctor. You don't necessarily need a diagnosis to help your child. That's more formal. It's kind of a title, but it's ADHD's for life. And so I've learned how to not survive it, but to live with it. And I teach my kids and the people I care about how to do the same thing. The hyperness too, also there's a huge correlation between food, sugar, food dyes, and kids' brains are a lot more sensitive to it. So I would, if that's an issue, I'd first like try to scale back on that. If it's continuing, then absolutely ask for help. You could talk to a school counselor. It depends on where you are. If you're in Manitoba, you can get a family doctor referral. They can refer you to a child psychologist. But I will tell you that if you think your child has it, then you probably do too, and that's okay. That's okay. And sometimes it's really hard because I let my kids live and I let them be them, but I was never allowed to be that girl. So sometimes it's like a really hard thing to grasp, being a parent and being like, why are you being like this? But like you're also inside being like, I wish I could have. Does that make sense? So understanding you. Maybe there's online quizzes and quizzes you can do for free just to kind of even see where you are at the scale. And that also might help you understand a lot of other things. And then you can better help support your kids and even the people in your life.
Thank you so much. You want to add anything for that?
No, I just
wanted to ask.
With your explanation now, most immigrants feels that ADHD is like
Shame.
shame, like a very strange disease that you will not let you, that disease will not allow you to live your life the way it should. So, what do you think, or how do you think we can increase the awareness, especially within immigrants' families?
Okay. So it's unfortunate that basically since the end of time, I feel like mental health has had a huge stigma, and then that's why a lot of people don't reach out for help and they suffer in silence. So the first step is just not being afraid to ask for help, and that might be easier for you to ask for help for somebody you love as opposed to yourself. There's no shame in it, and it's interesting that a lot of people think that, because everything that I've been teased for or like people haven't liked, those are all my superpowers, right? Which I'm busy, but I can do a lot of things simultaneously. I'm really creative. I'm a quick problem solver. My brain is always bouncing, and that's why a lot of kids have trouble containing it, because even in school, the curriculum and what they're learning might be like far gone. Like, I already know this, like, let's get through this. So I think it's a sign of genius. There's a lot of studies, and I can't quote them, I don't have them, but there's a lot of studies you can look into about just the way neurodivergent brains work. It's just a different operating system. That's all it is. Like, we have the same brains, but we just, even to the chemical layers, our brains are different. And I don't think there's any shame in that. That's the way you were made. And once you learn to embrace it, it's just like a huge, I don't like saying superpower, but once you learn to embrace all of you and all of your kids, you will see what magic happens. It's incredible.
That's right.
It's incredible.
So, I have another question for you. So, when you look back how you grow up, okay, definitely your parents did not have any idea about ADHD. Do you see any struggle that your parents may have gone through trying to understand what is going on with their daughters? And also, you are a mother of 4. What do you think you are doing different now that you know better, raising up your children now, and comparing now to how your mother raised you based on lack of knowledge? What's going on with my daughter?
Got you. Okay. I'm going to try to remember both. I wrote them down. But so the first one, like I said earlier, my mom, after I got diagnosed, I was with my mom and we were in her room. Sorry, Mom. We were in her craft room and we're clearing out. I'm like, you have 27 hobbies. From the since I was born, like over 35 years. I'm like, you have 27 different things. I'm like, and then when she's quiet though, right? So she was never disruptive to anybody, so she never really kind of came on anybody's radar, so she always liked colors.
Your mom?
My mom.
Oh, so your mom had it?
Absolutely. I figured that out after I got diagnosed. I was like, wait a minute.
Let me look back and see.
The apple does not fall far from the tree.
Nice.
But she's also wonderful and creative and so empathetic, and those are beautiful things that you have with ADHD. So growing up, my parents did they did a lot. I had a child psychologist, but that was never diagnosed with ADHD at that time. They worked on my diet, no red food dyes. I don't know, give your kid a Twizzler and see them bounce. That's a whole other topic. No red food dyes. They did try to limit my sugar, all this stuff. They did try natural things, but technology is so much better now. Like, we had encyclopedias in my basement growing up. Do you think that they're going to talk about ADHD? ADHD has been around for since the beginning of time. That's who your hunters and gatherers were. Those were the people that went out and made sure everything was going well. But growing up, they tried diet, everything. Now I know why certain things worked and certain things didn't, based on science and based on my education as a nurse and based on my personal lived experience. What I do as a parent, because I don't even want to do things that are boring. Like, I don't want to do chores. I don't want to clean. I don't, like, well, and I'm an adult. I don't want to do that. And so why would your kids want to? So I had my niece and nephews. I was at their house. Their mom was out of town. And so I was cleaning the kitchen, and not that they have ADHD, but it works for all kids. It even works for adults. I was like, hey boys, do you think you could clean this fridge? Like, let's have a competition. We had Windex, we had paper towel. I'm like, you get this half, you get this half. Let's see who can clean it the quickest, right? Boom, fridge is done. Like, what can we do next? And I'm like, look at these windows. I'm like, the rules are you need to clean it good. You need to clean it well. I'll show you how to do it first. And they're like, what do we get? I'm like, the winner gets to clean the middle window. And they were like, yeah, like, that's cool, right? So making things fun. I have 4 children. Ranging in ages from 19 to 3. So my parenting styles have also changed.
Of course.
And each child is different. And I've also been a different parent for each of my kids, right? I was a 19-year-old mom, and then I started nursing school with a 1-year-old. And now I'm almost 40 with the 3-year-olds.
Yeah, so
with a lot more knowledge, a lot more grace, a lot more patience.
Yes.
So the things I do just to entertain them, but we're doing work. Because that's how I like to do. Like, even when I do my own chores, I'm like, I bet you I can unload the dishwasher in 5 minutes. And I set a timer. I'm alone in the house. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it actually helps. And sometimes when I don't want to do it,
you like routine.
Yes. Well, no. Okay. That's a whole other. That's a whole other subject. But sometimes I make it fun, and like even as an adult, I struggle, and I'm like, oh, the butler called in sick today, James. Right? And then I have to go and do it. So in terms of routine and structure, super important, but we hate it. We hate it so much. But it's very important. And so being the structure for my kids helps them succeed and excel when they're not staying up late, when they're getting up, when they're eating well, when I'm limiting screen time, when I'm making them move their bodies, when I feed them certain things. You know, there's an order, and it works, and it's all brain chemistry, and it all works with how your body is, and you can do this completely naturally, too. I don't take ADHD meds anymore, just because I figured out how my body works and how I can use my surroundings.
Beautiful.
To just use, just to enforce that.
Okay.
Go ahead.
With all these things, and also, recently we discovered how important therapy is for any issue. So, which kind of therapy do you think will help any child that has ADHD?
That's a good question. I am not a therapist, but I was a child, and I pretty much feel like one some days. But any type of therapy realistically is great. And I know that's not, a lot of people don't have access to that, but a lot of people think, oh, you have ADHD, here, take this pill, you're fine. And that's not the case. You need skills, and you need things on how to figure out how to adapt and how to live and how to succeed in life. And that's what therapy does for you.
That's right.
I totally understand that budget might be really hard, but there's wonderful things and resources on YouTube, on TikTok, on Facebook.
Yes.
That's how I because I figured all this out during COVID, so I had time when I wasn't at work, and I kind of just dove into why I was the way I was, and I was really angry for a very long time, and so I can understand why kids struggle. But letting them know that like they're beautiful and it's okay, and you're just different, and that's fine. Like that's what's beautiful about being a human and being unique. Yeah. So really, any therapy, it depends too on a bunch of other things, because also along with life you have traumas, right? So there's play therapy, art therapy, something where you're moving, because for me to sit and like, I have a therapist and I talked to her on the phone, and that was really hard for me. I didn't get a therapist till like 2 or 3 years ago, because I was like, no, I'm the one who always has it together. Like, I'm the one people come to for answers. Like, I don't need help.
Yes. No.
You got to empty that.
Yes.
Right? So I actually had, and I would sit, and it was Zoom because it was COVID, and we'd talk, and I'd fidget, and then I'd say, do you mind if I just do the dishes? And she's like, you actually talk more when you're moving. So I notice if my kids, if something's bothering them, I'll be playing with them, I'll take them for a walk, I'll do an activity, and even that kind of, You know, just coming to a mutual understanding. Like, I want to help you. You want to help me. Like, let's make this work.
right.
How can I help you? Sometimes kids can't even put it into words. And it's just behaviors you have to watch over. But you'll learn that.
Yeah.
So, Miss K, let me ask you another question. So, from what you have gone through, growing up with ADHD and finding out what was going on late, do you think, meanwhile, even though you didn't know what was going on with you, and you were actually brave because you were able to survive it, to go to school, graduate, and do the amazingness that you are today?
That's right.
Without even getting any help because you didn't know any better. So do you think all this journey have prepared you to fulfill the purpose, a certain purpose in life? Because we have to always understand everything that we go through in life, if it does not kill us, is preparing us for the purpose.
Yes.
Do you think there's a purpose you can actually fulfill in your life to feel satisfied when you use your trajectory as a child going with ADHD without knowing? Do you think you have learned something? Have you realized that this is something you can fulfill in life through what you went through?
That is a loaded question. And it's not even necessarily towards ADHD. It just probably, me managing my ADHD has helped me get to my purpose quicker or easier.
In life.
I've always believed, my life story is insane, and a lot of people wouldn't know it by looking at me. But I've always said every struggle, everything I've faced, it's just, I'm like, this is going to make such an excellent chapter. And I believe that everybody's story could be somebody else's survival guide. So that's what kept me going. Like, I need to get through this because when I look back, there's going to be other people struggling. There's going to be other people hurting or feeling alone or left out or teased or bullied, right? Like, sometimes I just go back to being like that 7-year-old girl on the playground when nobody wants to play with.
That's right.
It's loaded, too, because I grew up in a very predominantly white community. And I was the only brown kid. So in the 90s, brown. And I was teased like because of my race. I was teased because of how and I also, like, my personality sticks out. Of course. And then I kind of just went into a shell of myself and just kind of put on a mask for like whatever room I had to walk into. This is who I had to be. I had to be the good listening wife. I had to be the put together mom. I had to be the professional nurse. And it got exhausting and I burnt out. And now my purpose, well, I don't know if it's my purpose, but the biggest pull on my heart right now is just being open and healing out loud so people don't feel alone.
That's so good.
Oh, I know exactly what it feels like even people might think that you have it all together and everything's going great, but on the inside, that is another story. And that is the scariest thing to admit, but it's the most bravest thing to admit. And I kind of took that step forward because I was like, I can't be the only one going through this. And once I did go through it, I'm like, okay, now it's my time to talk about it.
Yeah.
So
I know she may have another question, but I want to add something. You say something very profound, very, very important that I always mention. You say your struggle can be somebody else's survival. But you have to be willing to be vulnerable. To say this is struggle, I went through it. It was very painful, it was tough. How can I use it now to help somebody else survive?
I got you.
What I survived. So this is what, to me, I would say is the purpose that you have found through your journey. To be able to be vulnerable, to be able to help other moms there, learn how to love and to support their own kids.
Yeah.
So I have my nephew. My nephew also grew up with ADHD, but certain things we did not really know. I was laughing when you said I was out of school. I was jumping on top of the table.
Do I still do that now?
You do it in a different way.
I still do. I gotta help it. But now people love me for it.
It's a different way. It makes her love. Wherever she is, you love her. She can never go unnoticed.
That is good.
She has such a good, loving, and caring heart. The first day I met her in a workplace, I was like, wow. She's just, if you don't love this woman, something is wrong with you.
No,
Yes,
it's
something
okay.
is wrong with you. Somehow the way she is, she's kind of
I
like
irritate people who are
no.
sad too sometimes.
If you and then you need people who have problem, whatever it is.
But it's
People who
not-
have problem, they have problem, then you can help them. Anyway, so I really appreciate that heart. Know that's the purpose now you have. To be able to go out there, come here
That's it.
and help people understand that you can have ADHD and turn into an amazing woman as you are today, an amazing mom as you are today.
Well, I feel like without ADHD, I wouldn't be who I am.
You see?
So I do a lot of different things, and I do them really well. Because if I don't do, that's another thing. Kids, if they if they try to do something, they can't get it right the first time, they might get frustrated and blow up. But that's just because we want things to work now. So yeah, ADHD is me, right? And I am she. But it's helped me do everything, and I'm thankful for it now. And in the beginning, it was really hard. I was really upset for a long time, but now I'm thankful. And now I'm glad that I can help other people find their diagnoses or help them with their kids.
That is so good.
And plus, kids also listen to people who aren't their parents, so they send them my way.
Yes, that's so true. So you know what? I didn't finish. My nephew now.
Oh yes, you know.
We struggled to the point together as a family. Say, how can we help? Our sister's really struggling. She'll make that decision. Sometimes I say, I'm gonna have him to my house now to give a break to my sister. My dear friend, he will jump and they break all the things. He'll go to the window and they break everything. I was like, okay, do I have a human being in the house or what? I say, my sister must be struggling. But this child was taking Ritalin.
Oh, at the time he was taking
At
Ritalin?
that time, at school sometimes,
Yes.
she will forget to take it. They will call the mother from school. Oh, your son is jumping all over the place. We can't control him. So do you want to come and pick him up? To the point that she was having the medication at school. So please, if I happen to forget, please don't call me at work. Give it to him. So at the end of the day, we say, what can we do? He was able to go back home to study there, because there it reduced the stimuli there, and then less access to the social media. Came back after 3 years. Now he's such an amazing, calm man, and he's no longer taking the medication. And also, she say he grows taller. Literally, you don't grow when you take those medication. So really, I'm so happy, and hopefully my sister will be able to follow this show and really have a hope that his son will come up to be somebody else. And I hope in the future he's going to be the one coming also to talk to other kids that have ADHD.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't want him to be anybody except for himself. He just has to figure out what that is and how he can help other people. My daughter, who's 13, she's amazing, and she is she has a lot. She's a lot more firm than I am, and she works really good with kids who are the same as her. Right? Kid on kid. So with your nephew, I would ask a bunch of different things. Is he exercising? Is he getting enough protein? Because kids need protein first thing in the morning. Everybody needs protein. Well, I fast, but that's a whole other story for adults. But protein first thing in the morning is going to help your brain kind of kickstart. When you have sugar crashes, Ritalin, especially being one, I took Ritalin once, and I've never felt that much rage in my life. And I was working in a clinic, and nothing was upset, but I took it, and at 3 o'clock, I had this uncontrollable rage. And I'm a grown woman. I should not. So I can't imagine what that would do in a little body, being so that's why movement's really awesome. Fresh fruits and vegetables. That's probably why he went to Africa.
Yes, he was eating fresh things.
Right, and he's outside, and he has vitamin D, and he has everything that Winnipeg is half dark, half the year, but also it makes it really hard to get out and move. But there's also a lot of things, my kids go. Well, my youngest one, we go on a walk every day. We go to the park every day, and that also gets me out and walking.
Yeah.
So, just kind of extra love and a lot of patience. And it's hard to be patient when you're dealing with your own stuff. So as a parent, I think in order to help your kids do better, you also have to help yourself first.
Yes, you have to be educated too in understanding your child.
Yeah, but you can just looking at yourself and resting and putting your mask on yourself. I know that's people don't like hearing that, but you keep I was so burnt out at 35, and that's just because I kept going because I didn't know how to help myself, because I was just like, oh, I'll just do it, I'll just keep doing it, I'll just keep doing it, and then it just crashed. So in order for that to for my kids to prevent that, we do implement some things. None of them are medication.
Okay.
And also, if you find something that we like, we will not stop doing it. So they say we don't have focus, but if you give me anything that I love to do, and then I'm gone. You won't see me. And if you interrupt me, I'm upset.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I use that too as sometimes a system. My kids don't have access to phones. They're 13 and 14, and they're embarrassed that they don't have phones, but that's a whole other topic. I can't even control my own phone use, so I don't expect your brain to do that. So if they want to use the phone, if they want to go on the iPad, if they want me to give them the password, then they clean up. The other day, I had my daughters outside raking, 13 and 3. She came to me, she's like, hey mom, I want to go on the iPad. Is it okay if I go and rake? And I'm like, you have an extra 15 minutes if you bring your little sister. There, my front yard is raked. Right? And I know that sounds silly, but it works.
Yeah, it makes them happy.
And it has no monetary value. It's not you giving out money. It's not you know. And another big thing is time in, which is really hard. But listening. Just listening to listen to me ramble. I love you guys. But there's love languages of ADHD.
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew that. Love locations. So
right.
We can talk about that later. But yeah, does that help?
And just from what we discussed last about some medication, what are the possible side effects? Because I know that there'll be some moms watching now and that, and from your knowledge in nursing and what you've experienced so far, what are the possible side effects of some of the medication for ADHD?
Okay, that could be a loaded question. So maybe I'll just say what ADHD is. It is not hyperactivity in ways of our body, but it's our brain is hyperactive. And that's why we give stimulants so your brain can kind of calm down. It's this weird effect. It's I don't drink coffee and I can have 3 Red Bulls or Monsters and go to sleep right away because it has a caffeine, and stimulants have a calming effect on your brain. So there's different ways you can do that. And when I first started with Vyvanse, which is one of the medications that is prescribed, all the noise and everything shut off in my brain. And I cried. I literally cried the minute it kicked in, and then I cleaned my whole house, organized my cupboards, and I was like, this is how normal people live? You don't have this common thing in your brain just going off and telling you everything you're doing wrong and what you miss, and you know what I mean? I was like, but then it's kind of lonely because it's really quiet. So I was like, this is great, but then it also lasts 12 to 16 hours.
Yeah, and it's...
Yep. Then
you come back to normal.
Yeah.
Well, but it's hard, though, because then... Or if you take it late, because, we don't take things on time because we forget. I would take it late, and then I'd be up till 5 in the morning, wide awake, not able to sleep, crying because I can't sleep. Also, if kids will lose weight on it because it kills your appetite. Vyvanse is also used for binge eating disorder. So a lot of people, you have no use for food, which is really important to eat before you do. So that can also be really hard. What other side effects? Rage, unfortunately, with Ritalin because of the half-life. So Vyvanse is kind of a longer acting, just like Concerta, but Ritalin only lasts for about 6 hours. So when you kind of come off that crash, 6 to 8, you can get really angry. When you get hungry, when you start getting hungry and you get that hangry feeling, it's like that, but in your soul. And that can be really hard for kids and parents.
Yes.
What other side effects? I mean, these are just my personal experiences.
Okay.
So you feel the craving? is it a kind of craving? Like if your medication runs out of your body, you feel like you want to have that same calmness. Remember how you say when you take Bourbon for the first time, you feel like, wow, is this how it feels like to be normal? Then when it fades away, you'll be like, okay, where is that feeling I had earlier?
Well, that's interesting you say that, because a lot of people who haven't been diagnosed or who don't take meds self-medicate. And a big self-medication is crack, cocaine, and meth.
That's how they get hooked.
Because they take it and they're like, oh, it's quiet and I can clean and I can do things. There's a lot of people and this is from my nursing experience as well, there's a lot of people who function by self-medicating.
Wow.
With high,
and
even
high
caffeine. I mean, people self-medicate with caffeine and alcohol for anxiety. Alcohol calms your nervous system, so a lot of people self-medicate with that. So I did find it was hard. It was a hard balance between too much focus and then kind of the side effects of it. And that's for me. I decided I do still have Vyvanse kind of around, but I've decided just to make a schedule, stick to a plan, treat my body the way it should be treated, and hold myself accountable. And then that way I can also do that for my kids. So
thank you so much.
Yeah, so I have another question. So you talked about using your voice to help others use their own voice. Okay? So what does healing out loud mean to you?
I think I'm doing it right now.
We are going back into
I think I'm doing it right now. And you can ask them. I was like so nervous right before, and she's like, "You do this all the time," and I said, "Not live." And I have an ADHD scatterbrain. That's why I've like. But it's great because I think of things really quickly. I forgot what the question was.
So you talk a lot about using your voice and helping others use theirs.
Okay.
So someone may be following us, may be maybe in your situation right now, maybe it's like, oops, I can't say about it.
Yeah.
So you are using your voice, you live the experience, sharing it with the world.
Yeah.
What would you tell somebody else who might be in your shoes, who must be suffering from ADHD, or maybe who must be suspecting, why am I so hyperfunction? What is going on with me? How would you advise them to join your movement, to join your purpose, to say, hey, let's go, let's do it, let's go help, let's change the world, our world of today, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
I was. That's not my mission. If it happens along the way to change the world, I just want people to feel love, and like I said, I was super nervous coming here, but I was like, if I don't talk about it, then who else will? You know, and I was like, but I'm not an expert. I'm a nurse, but I didn't study ADHD for years, but I'm like, but I've lived it for 40.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so how else could you how else could you be a better indicator for that?
That's right.
And then in terms of healing out loud, yes, there's been times where I was dark and I was alone, and like the only thing I had was my phone. So if I can reach even a person and just let them know that they're loved and that there's nothing wrong with you, okay, and you are divinely made, and your story is going to be somebody else's survival guide. Everybody has a story. Everybody has a story.
Yeah.
And so that's why I think it's important for people to tell theirs, but in their own time. And you might not know the end game. And I necessarily don't know the end game, but I know where I was and where I am now. And I'm super proud of myself.
That's right.
I am very thankful for the village I've had to support me. And I just want to be able to extend that to other people. Because some people, it depends on where you grew up and how everything. There's so many different factors, and I just want people to feel less alone. And that's ADHD and that's not ADHD. But if I can love myself in this glorious mess, then you can love yourself too.
Wow, that is so beautiful. I really enjoyed you today, and we are appealing to parents, especially if you are immigrants and you are feeling, no, I don't want anybody to know about what my child is going through. I don't want to tell anyone. you need to talk so that you will know where to go, what's next to do in order for you to get help. Because don't assume that you know everything already. Don't diagnose yourself. Yes, you have been suspecting something, but you don't really know. So with the knowledge, big thanks to you for sharing your knowledge with us today, because one way or the other, we have been blessed because we have people around, especially young kids, that will be thinking that, oh, that boy is not normal. But you don't really know why. Because the boy is in his own world, and because he's not diagnosed yet. So we are appealing to parents. Maybe you feel you suspect something. First, go and check it out. If you are asked to take any step, take it with joy. But at the same time, you mentioned something about diet, about how important it is. Children in Canada, they like so much candy. But you know, when it gets to that, you need to reduce it as a parent. Please take that step in order for your child or children to be able to have enough care and for their future.
Can I just add something to that?
Of course.
In terms of loving your kids, and I will say, I mean, my parents did the best they could with what they had, but knowing what I know now, you would be saving your kids a lot of, you'd be saving them a lot of heartache. And like I clearly don't care what people think anymore. And it's really none of their business. But if you want to keep it within your family, that's fine. But there's no shame in asking for help.
That's right.
And I made it work, but those 35 years were really hard.
Yeah.
It's okay. No, it's
You
fine.
made it. You made it, man.
So I mean, if it's not for like, I don't care. I literally don't care what anybody says because I was
Survived
here.
it. Oh,
Yes.
But I'm
Yeah.
here for my kids didn't ask to be here. They're
Yes.
here, so I'm gonna protect them and love them and give them more than what I had, and that just even means seeing who they are and supporting who they are and wondering how I can support them better so they can grow and succeed and be, functioning members of society, but also they are so creative, and the world is going to be so much better with more love.
Yes, yes.
Anyways.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Ms.
you.
K. We can't ask all the questions. I have one more question to ask, but maybe I should. Is it okay if I ask?
Yeah, go on.
So you were such a woman, the way I'm seeing you, wearing many hats. So you are a nurse, you are a mom, an entrepreneur, very creative. So how do you stay really grounded in the real while constantly, evolving in that new version of who you are today? How do you stay grounded, maneuvering all those responsibility, all those many hats? You are taking this one off, you are putting this one on. How do you manage it?
Sometimes I do really good, sometimes I don't do so good. So I find, nursing, I was working as a nurse and I noticed I was getting burnt out. This is like 10 years ago. And so I chose to try travel nursing, and I realized that when you're not in the same spot for a long time, it makes it less of a burden. So yes, I'm a mom, yes, I'm a nurse, but I take time for myself to do things that I like. So it kind of fills my cup, if that makes sense.
Self-care.
Yes.
Self-care, and it's not just like getting a facial. It could just be going for a walk in silence.
Yes.
I can't even explain to you, like, when you're in the ER and it's beep, 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 and then I walk in the door and it's like, hi, mom, and I just want to sit. So for me, I find that doing all of these things just propels me forward, and it keeps me busy, but I'm not busy chasing. I'm building flow. Right? So I know that in the morning is when the sun's out is when I like to clean. And then in the evening I get creative. So I'll spend time, instead of watching Netflix, instead of doing all this stuff, I'll spend time doing things that I'm passionate about. And then it just kind of trickles over, and then I've noticed that it helps a lot of people. So I'm gonna keep doing it.
Thank
is
you
so good.
so much, Miss K. So for all who are following us today, our guest, you can see, is very, very, very passionate about what she's talking about.
That's
and
right.
she really, really wants you to grab and learn something from her.
Yes.
And anytime if you think like you want us to go deeper into this subject and you want to ask more questions or anything you want, I think she'll be more than happy to come back here and, continue. She's very loaded with a lot of knowledge, especially in nursing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things I think we can learn from her.
Yes.
And so we are so happy, really, and glad to see you coming to join our True Honest Connection platform. We are here really to build our community. As you said, one thing that still sticks in my mind is your struggles can be somebody else's survival. That's all what we are.
Well, it's easier when you have an instruction manual, right?
Yeah.
If I'm like, hey, Claudine, I've done this, I've been through this, let me show you.
Yes.
Instead of you just being like,
Yeah.
like I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing, where I am.
Yeah.
And then I kind of came out on the other side and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
So now I kind of want to reach back and be like, come
Yes.
on. Like, I got you, right?
Yeah.
That's-
If you are
Sorry.
there, you have the same spirit.
That's right.
As Katrina, please feel free to join us. Or if you know Katrina, feel free to join us through her. She can connect you with us so that we can build a stronger community. Because as, nurses, especially us who's in nursing field, we are here to educate people, to make sure, lack of knowledge what is killing many. So the knowledge that you have, the knowledge you have learned through your life experience, please, we want it here so you can be able to continue to build a stronger community for us.
Yes.
So, any last words you want to tell our viewers, especially parents that have kids with ADHD? Then it will end here.
Oh, man. You're making, okay. I see you. I understand that it's hard. And it's frustrating, and I can also understand that you love this child so much, but it can be a lot. I get it. So just try to take time and space for yourself, and you'll realize that you'll have more time and space for your kids, and kind of just everything will flow better. But you can also, reach out to me if you need to.
Thank you so much again. So again, next week on Tuesday we have a different topic. Again, we're gonna have young people coming here. Youth. They will come to share.
I'm young?
You have the one of the young ones.
I'll come here every
Stay connected with us.
Yes.
Next week we have different topic. And we know Katrina will come back again.
That's right.
So thank you
I'll
so
come
much for joining us.
Thank you,
And
guys.
please connect again with True World Television. True Honest Connection is being broadcasted through True World Television. We want you to connect with True World Television. We want you to subscribe on True World Television, Facebook and YouTube. Subscribe and hit the notification so that every time we are on, you'll be notified. Another last word to say
before we go, I just want to let you know, if you have any question about what we did today, especially for Katrina, please put it under the comments so that we have time to read, and definitely we will pass your questions to her. So put it there and we will really appreciate it.
Sounds good.
all right, see you.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Thanks for coming.
Bye.
Love you.
Thank you.
We really appreciate you.
No problem. I
God
didn't
bless.
die.
This program is proudly brought to you by Nefertiti 24K Gold Soap. Jabari design watches. And Nefertari Beauty. Everyone needs well-being, good relationship and companionship, good health, financial stability. Everyone needs true wellness.
This is another Tuesday, and you know Tuesdays for us is always a good day.
Stay hooked on the True Word Television every Tuesday
Welcome again to the True Wellness Connections.
at 5:30 p.m. Winnipeg or Central Time to join Claudine Cintije,
That heartbreaking situation that you are in right now, it is just for a moment.
Elizabeth Brimoh,
Know your do's and don'ts, then know the area you want to work on.
and many more well-equipped panelists
Because I never see anybody that waited upon the Lord and God put to shame.
to be educated,
When you study, don't study only for one day in a week and think you've arrived.
equipped,
No one can ever be perfect.
Nobody.
And no one can get it right all the time. We can all mess up.
sharpened,
To be a relaxed woman is more powerful than a talkative.
and empowered towards your true wellness.
You can change yourself. You can change how you see things.
From parenting, educating, health, finances,
When you are facing one issue or the other, the whole of you is involved.
relationships,
Every human being will face situations that they were not expecting.
spiritual,
Jesus said to his disciples, in this world you will have tribulation, so be of good courage.
and day-to-day life matters.
Everything is all about life.
They cut across all topics to make sure you reach the goal of being well.
We talk about homes, education, we talk about children, we talk about marriage.
Different topics, different guests.
If we must deal with challenges and vulnerabilities, especially vulnerabilities, we have to deal with pain.
The True Wellness Connections, every Tuesday, 5:30 p.m. Winnipeg or Central Time with Claudine Cintije and Elizabeth Brimoh
We would be glad to have you with us.
on the True Word Television. Don't dare miss an episode. You are watching the True Word Television, spreading the true word of salvation.
Hausa le son. Vous signez les joies. Umutori ho ho ho. Ore ho ho ho. Bambitsa kamabitso Emmanuel Bambitsa kamabitso Emmanuel Mabitso Emmanuel Mabitso Emmanuel Bambitsa kamabitso Emmanuel Bambitsa kamabitso
You are watching the True Word Television, spreading the true word of salvation.